your style. I'ma pick you up and kinda like when you grab a back, keep it real the way I feel. I can walk it down the aisle.
What's up, guys? It's Josie, and today I'm back with another store-bought slime review. And like I mentioned in my previous store-bought slime review, these are probably your guys' favorites to see and my favorite ones to do. But if you have any other video ideas for me, please DM me on Funimation or BandLab if you have one of them. I understand not everyone's allowed to have those apps. But if you have any ideas and have one of those apps, please DM me on Funimation or BandLab. And I will try my best to do it as long as it's not inappropriate or impossible or anything like that. So, alright, without further ado, let's get into it. So the first one I'm reviewing today is a Toxic Waste Slime Liquor Fluffy Slime in Blue Raz. So of course it's based on the candy. I need to try the candy, honestly. I haven't tried it yet. But anyways, so yeah, I need to get some of that someday. Anyway, so of course it's a blue fluffy slime that's scented like blue raspberry. And it's this very deep blue color. I love it. And I also love the scent. It's scented like blue raspberry, but it is very strong. And honestly, it's kind of overwhelming. So if you don't like strong scents, just keep that in mind. I probably wouldn't recommend it to people who are sensitive to scents or just don't like scents or strong scents. So just keep that in mind. But it also kind of stuck to the container for some reason. But so for the overall texture, it is a very unique texture. Just think of combining like a jiggly slime and a fluffy slime and maybe adding like a little bit of clay. This is kind of what I think it would feel like. It's definitely very fluffy and it does stretch a lot, but it has like a weird elastic feeling that makes it kind of harder to stretch, if that makes any sense at all. But overall, it's a really good texture because it's nice and soft and it's not sticky. And it does like get a little bit stretchier after a while when you warm it up. So it's just a very different texture and it doesn't really feel like a handmade fluffy slime. But it's very good for a store-bought slime. And just one more thing to remember. The blue does kind of get on your hands and on your fingernails. It kind of stains them for some reason. But yeah, blue is a pretty bad color for that. Blue does that a lot, especially if it's like a darker color. So just keep that in mind. But it is pretty easy to wash off. So overall, I'm going to give this slime a 9.5 out of 10. So a really good slime. So the next one I'm reviewing is a crystal clear slime from the Concoction Factory, which is another like brand that I haven't reviewed before. So this is cool. And so this one is just clear. You couldn't it doesn't have any coloring in it. Like the first one, you could get a lot of different colors. This one, I just got the plain clear one. So I actually expected this to be a lot worse, but it's actually not terrible for a store-bought clear slime. I was expecting it to be like a straight up putty, but look at that. Like it actually does stretch. And it's definitely one of the better store-bought clear slime textures. It's not sticky. It's very nice and holdable. And it definitely doesn't stretch much, but it does have some stretch to it, and it's really nice if you stretch it slowly. So I'd say it's pretty on par with the Elmer's Goo Glassy Clear Slime. So, and that slime is really nice. So, I would say, I definitely wouldn't recommend it if you're looking for something stretchy, but if you're looking for something that you can just like fidget with in your hands and like just play with and won't get everywhere, it's a pretty good option. So I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. So if you're looking for something stretchy, I wouldn't recommend it, but if you're not, then this is the one for you. Also, I forgot to mention that this one's unscented. So the next one I'm gonna review is a crazy slimy slime called Mint Shake. So it's a really cool slime, and like all these crazy slimy slimes, like I thought I reviewed most of them, but I saw like a bunch of new ones, so that was cool. There was also like a lemon one that I didn't get, but I might review that sometime too because it looks pretty cool. But anyway, so yeah, it's a pretty cool slime. It's like this minty green color, and it has some white foam beads in it, and also some of these little brown beads. which add a really nice texture. And like from the first few pokes, I was already like, okay, this is a decent slime. So just look at how glossy it is. I love how glossy these slimes are, honestly. Ooh. Yeah, I love the brown bees. I'm not quite sure what they're supposed to represent, but it kind of makes me think of like those Girl Scout Thin Mint cookies, if you know what I'm talking about. Like peppermint chocolate. So this is a good slime. Like it's actually like most of these like crazy art slimes are pretty good, but this is probably one of the best ones I reviewed so far. It's very glossy and stretchy. It does rip like the slightest bit, but it is pretty stretchy. And these slimes actually have the ingredients on them, and these are actually made. This one, like these crazier ones, are actually made with borax, so that's cool. So it's more like something you would make at home. So yes, as you saw, since it does rip a little bit, the beads do fall out every once in a while, like the white foam beads and the brown foam beads. But this is a pretty good slime. And yeah, the foam beads fall a little bit. But I love the bubble pops the foam beads give it. So I'm going to give this one like a 10 out of 10 for being a store-bought slime. If it was a homemade slime, I probably would rate it like a 9.5 out of 10. But for being a store-bought slime, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. So overall, another really good slime. Also, it has a very light scent, so it's hard to figure out what it scented like, but to me it kind of smells like peppermint mocha. So the last slime that I'm going to review today is the biggest one in this video. So as you probably noticed, I went from like the smallest slimes to the biggest slimes. That's usually the order I do them. So this is a Play-Doh Hydro Glitz slime. So it's a very pretty metallic slime. I love it. It's like, I love this color. It's like copper or bronze or I don't know, but it's really pretty. And yes, it is a water slime. And I've seen these in videos and stuff, so I knew it was going to be a water slime. And I do like water slimes a lot. I think they're really fun to play with, but just yeah. So it's definitely, you can't play with it like say like a traditional slime because it doesn't really make any pokes or bubble pops. But it's actually a really good jiggly slime. It's like thick and it doesn't drip everywhere. It does leave a little bit of a weird like residue, but that's just being super critical and I don't want to be super nitpicky or critical. So it's a good jiggly slime. And so, even if you didn't like jiggly slimes, you might like this one. It kind of feels like one of those homemade jiggly slimes that's really fun to play with. So, I decided, I always say that weirdly, I decided to have some fun with it since I couldn't, since you can't really poke it or make any bubble pops. And if you hear me like chuckling outside of the voiceover, that was because I thought it was funny. So I am going to, especially for being a store-bought jiggly slime, I like jiggly slimes, but I usually prefer handmade jiggly slimes. So for being a store-bought slime, I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. It's a really good water slime. So that is the end of this video, and I hope you all enjoyed it. I thought overall, most of these slimes were pretty good, and I would recommend them. I know I say the same thing in like all my videos. It's probably getting kind of annoying, but anyways, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did and you want to see more videos like this, make sure to like and subscribe to join the Butterfly Gamer Slime family. That would mean a lot to me. And yeah, that's it for the video. I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day and goodbye.